How is it progressing?
Feeling good. I think I'm where I need to be at this point in camp.
Pet thought, well, you said the other day that he thinks you're playing your way into shape. Do you think that's fair assessment?
What do you mean?
Coming off, the injury, he said he thought you were still playing your way into shape, full football shape. I guess is what he meant.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. That's what you want in camp. You had some time off in OTAs, and OTAs isn't quite real contact football, and so you use this opportunity in camp and all the preseason games to get back into where you want to be for the first game. So I think I'm right on board, right on track to where I want to be for the first game.
Do you think it's any different than previous seasons because of the injury, or do you think that's the case all the time?
I think there's more of a focus on it. I think you're paying more attention to it and making sure everything is where you want it to be. But I'm pretty happy with where I'm at.
Do you think about it at all, Alex?
At times a little bit, but not really. There's so much to think about in a play that I'm not all that concerned over, the little injuries. And that's part of football. You'll have a banged up, finger, thumb, toe, whatever, earlobe, whatever it's going to be. You just need to kind of play through all those, earlobe injuries.
Have you had one before?
No, I haven't. Knock on wood.
Benton said that this is another thing Ben said, but this was like earlier. Like they were at times pulling you back because you wanted to be in there for reps or maybe goal line drills or stuff like that. Once camp started. Is it frustrating, or do you understand why they at times?
I understand that, and I think it's good that we're pretty much on the same page. I think it's good to have it be that way and have them be the cautious ones and be anxious to get in there. I think it's important that you're ready for the first game.
Alex, what are your impressions of Danny Shelton? You've gone up against him a couple of times in camp, but what are your thoughts on him?
Big body. He's a good player. He's doing a real good job. He has a really good attitude. If you see him, he's eager to finish plays and kind of chase after, and kind of jovial sense of playing football, which is a good thing to have. It's definitely a very good attitude.
You get a sense of how good he can be yet. Kruger was out here. Obviously, he played with Nada, but you play against these guys. You get a sense yet how good Shelton can be.
Sky's the limit. I think he's doing good for a rookie, and as players play more and get a season under their belt, and face different guys and get a better understanding of the defense, they can become more and more problematic for an offense.
How good of a test was it for you to go up against a Marcel Darius this early in preseason, just to get you ready for it?
I think the Bills' entire defense was definitely a good challenge. They have a really good, solid front, and I think it was good for us to go against just a large array of really good players on their D-line.
Where do they rank? You've obviously seen enough. Where do they rank as far as the defensive fronts in the league?
They're up there. I'd have to actually sit down and study all the defensive fronts to figure out which one I wanted to rank them at. But they're up there. They've got talented people, but there's talented people in every front. Really rarely, if ever, do you have an easy day. There's always really good guys on every defense.
Where's what are your early impressions of Cam Irving now that we're in camp and you've seen at least a couple exhibition games?
He's doing a good job. He's fulfilling his versatility. We're really plugging him in a lot of different spots, and he's having a really good attitude going in there and eager to learn and eager to get in there and do a pretty good job of playing O-line.
Second year, at least with the same line coach, do you get a sense of how good this line can be this year? A lot of the guys are back, and if John ends up holding on to that spot and you've got the same group back, what do you think, how good you guys can be this year?
I think we'd be really good. I like my teammates. I think who I have around me is a good group of guys, and I'm eager to work with them.